Go with the 0% win rate Luna.
Okay, there's the
I like the puck. I think it fits what Nigma wants. They have a crazy strong front line between Dusa and Centaur, plus repositioning tools. Puck's going to allow him to go to the back line if he so wishes, and so it gives them some jump and some anti-jump. But the Ursa's good too. I mean, it's going to be able to eventually kill Ursa or Centaur. It can deal with the Medusa.
This early ring for V2 kind of paid off in that lane. Been able to sustain it pretty nicely. Sumail feeling the heat now, as Ghost really feeling the heat. Gets walked down with some brambles and some boars as the salve's immediately canceled.
I guess. Trying to sneak in behind Sumail here. Hoping to catch him with the torrent, but either way, doesn't really matter too much. The power rune is bottom. Nisha's going to use that to head to bottom lane. Almost got the pushback into the Gorgon's grasp, but instead it's going to be GH. Probably run down here rather easily. Coil on 2, though. Do some damage onto Sumail. Sumail, he's got to be careful here. Here comes the Kunkka. Torrent's going to whiff. Boat not going to land either. And Sumail thinking about going back in after Saberlight. Nisha trying to cover his offlaner. Will successfully get him out of danger. Never mind, got in range of the Hex. He's dead. Man, that was a long range. Nisha's going to come back into it, try and help him out. Maybe get the kill on Yamich as at least a turnaround play. Beastmaster doesn't even die.
Again, the damage is really low if the puck's not connecting big spells here.
Yeah, that's quite bad.
Nisha going to try and run Ghost down?
Yeah, Ghost, that was a bold move. Nice drop there of the Null Talisman to get max efficiency out of his wand. Still, though, Nisha's not slowing down.
The man got no respect.
He doesn't care about your tower whatsoever. He's just going to Tidebringer you over and over and over again. Here comes the Coddle, though. Might have just saved him with a little bit of Chakra Magic. Nisha needs another hit.
What is this? This is
Base
like
boots around and around he goes. Okay, needs a few more hits now, but finally he goes down. Where's the team?
Yeah, where was the help? Cue the clown music. He's just running in circles for 30 seconds.
Hey. Okay. This is the freest Kunkka game in the world, it seems.
I mean, well, that is a laning phase win for Liquid.
Oh, yeah. And it's not like Nigma got anything in exchange. Like, V2 is in this 1v1 matchup against Noob, so he's winning. He doesn't care if his supports are running around.
He's mad chilling.
And while Insania didn't die, okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Insania's in trouble now.
What was that?
With the orb there, Nisha failed that one pretty badly. Got the roar, long range. That was crazy long. Sumail jumps to the other side. Now he's got an orb. See if he can jump to it in time. He will.
Torrent. Oh.
Almost got him there. Yamich. Run him down underneath tower. As the foul play, but it will not protect him. Man, Nisha is just...
He's just rampaging through this game.
It's like these towers don't exist to this man.
It's like nothing exists. Just going wherever he wants, walking people down.
He's got the bloodlust, man.
He's gone crazy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Taking your top tower, they invaded your triangle. They're eyeing up your Medusa now. You're gonna try and orc it all into maybe?
It's gonna be tough.
Brought the bear.
With the bear, it's a lot easier. And nobody can get close. Stone Gaze goes out, but he dies before anybody gets stoned up.
I just don't know what you do in this position with this draft. You don't have...
Noob trying to be max efficient here. Cuts the creep wave, takes the lotuses, but then gets caught by Nisha. And he uses Stampede. Not great. And the tier 2 tower still got taken. So you didn't even stop them from getting the objective in the first place.
See what Nigma can do here, though. They just smoked up. They have a Witchblade puck. They have a Stampede in 10. They're going to TP the Centaur. So this is the big play where you will have damage when you bring this many heroes together. Especially if you can jump supports or someone squishy.
Yeah, don't want to jump the Ursa. There's an escape back behind him. They spot the teleport away from Insania and do manage to stop it.
That was a mega long TP.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he dies there. But Liquid are converging.
Yeah, look at him. It's 4 versus 5 and they're scared. Boxy just running at him. Got the stun on Smail. Smail trying to jump away. He's going to have to throw it on the coil, then get stunned. The Ursa, he's shackled up, but the fear, it hit nicely from Boxy. Beautiful terrorize. They turn back on the roar. Kill the Centaur as well. 2 cores for 1. Are they going to take all tier 2s fight before 20 minutes?
Why not? Who's going to stop them?
Apparently not Nigma.
Yeah, not this lineup.
Yamich is, he's following the 9 class guide of playing Shadow Shaman.
He's dead.
Dying randomly in the sides of the map while farming up ancient camps with Serpent Wards. Gotta get those nice. Gotta get those nice.
V-Tune is swimming in the gold right now. Already done for the Ursa. Helm of the Overlord done for Saberlight. And BKB very close for Nisha. Those are not items you're going to win a fight going into. If you are Nigma Galaxy here, Noob hiding for his life.
Spotted by the Torrent. Nisha sniffs him out. Still caught him on the X. They'll run him down. Take the Wisdom Shrine. Nigma are going to fight here. After all, they jumped on a Centaur. Primal Roar goes out on the Puck. That's already bad. The Puck did hardly any damage in this fight. The Ursa, he just takes the fight to the Medusa, forces him to run away, and then they clean up.
He just walked in and got roared. Nothing else you can do once the Puck goes down. I mean, he's all your sustained damage in the fight, especially till the Dusa has a damage item in his butterfly.
Yeah, what happened to Samael? Did he think that the Roar got used already? Spotted. Making a run for it, caught in the brambles. I mean, Liquid are just forming up hunting parties. And eventually they'll get enough pickoffs that they feel comfortable hitting the high ground. 3 minutes left on the Aegis, and it seems like maybe the time is now.
They're hunting. They want more. Found damage, and he is Deaderino. Closing out the map and going high ground at the same time. That's how you know you do not have a lot of options to turn this game around.
You know, they're still chasing after the Medusa. V-Tune, he got him to use the Stone Gaze.
High ground position for Nigma Galaxy.
Go for the wards first. Oh, we hit him with the Torrent straight into the stomp there.
Noob blinked into the ward.
It's 2. That's pretty nicely. Terrorize. Oh, no. Noob is stuck. Yeah, that's a little bit rough. Ghost, he's running out of mana. He needs some help. Stampede to try and get him away, but there's brambles everybody. Half his mana comes back in an instant, but he's still surrounded by 5 heroes. GH did what he could, but now they're just going to head for the hills. The Medusa, they put no damage threat on Liquid whatsoever. Nope. Boxy got half HP.
I mean, they have Mech, Pipe, Helm of the Overlord, Rum Buff, and then an Ursa with ulti. Not an easy lineup to put damage into, and your lineup isn't built for it either. That sums this game up.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Well, this is going to be Liquid's chance at redemption, perhaps. X back. Samael tries to jump after him. The Orchid, nice stomp, hits on 2. Pipe goes out, and they struggle to put the damage onto the Ringmaster. They may have all these heroes coiled, but they have no damage to back it up. Nobody able to deliver, and they just 5-man run after Samael.
Oh, there's the Roche. V-Tune into the pit. Time to clean it up. Finish this one off. This little Prowler is kind of nice. It gives lifesteal aura.
Lifesteal aura? Really?
Pretty nice for the Ursa.
10% lifesteal, 10 HP regen.
Yeah, the regen is also not that bad when you're just kind of pushing, right? Sure.
All right, well, Insania's got the banner. Time to go to work.
Oh, Ghost, how'd you end up here, man? How'd you end up in this situation? Hunted by the bear through the woods.
Hoping beyond hope that there's not a bash. There was. Yeah. Well, he does have buyback. Meanwhile, inside of the base, Nisha, he's been ward trapped.
Has a cheese and
Shackled. He's got a cheese. He's got a BKB. He's not dying.
Nope.
Escape back going to be used here. Gorgon's Grasp. That's going to miss. Orb going out. Maybe they kill the Helmet Dom creep. Didn't get it. V-Tune chases after the Deuce now. Oh, pulled back in by the tidal wave from Nisha, and short work made of this Medusa. She's not tanky at all against the Ursa.
Well, that is about the fastest I've seen Medusa die twice in a long time.
Yeah, frankly, it just feels like Liquid had all the answers. Medusa's answered by the Ursa. Not an easy matchup for the Puck mid, even if Sumail maybe overplayed it a bit. Ursa against the Centaur. I mean, it was just a really good Ursa game.
Also, a really good Kunkka game.
Very good Kunkka game.
Like, no damage to put into this guy. No real answer for the early Orchid buildup. There's no save to bail the Puck out. And his defensive item is going to come way too late in this game. Just an outdraft, I think. And Liquid have so much time with this lineup disparity to outplay Nigma. It feels like this game has to be exactly even at the 20-minute mark for Nigma to be favored.
Put an offlane on the other side, maybe a Brewmaster. It's not that bad. There are 2 silences.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to do TB offlane after all.
Gosh.
Interesting. So
Game number 2, and Shadow Shaman is already dead. Goodbye.
We saw it this time, though.
We did see it this time.
That's good. First blood for Sumail, the king. Extra little gold in his coffers.
A hard lane. But so is the Terrorblade. I ask you, Avery, an underfarmed offlane Terrorblade or an underfarmed offlane Kunkka?
That's a lot of damage, Saber.
Look at all that damage. He did not respect the Silencer Bloodseeker duo.
I'm surprised Saberlight is still down here at all. Like, it has to be better to just jungle at this point. Oh, GH is going top. Says, I'm going to win 2 lanes.
Dispel does a lot here, but the Flame Break still bumps him back into Noob's hits.
Get his Courier,
That's all
too.
they need. Courier dies.
In God's name?
Is under attack.
Oh, no way. What?
That thing is completely off since the patch, I must say.
Yeah, it's been...
Oh, now Ghost comes top. Yeah, as well as G. Little quad lane action at the 5-minute mark for V2. He says, what the hell is this? But the answer is there's nobody laning bottom for Liquid because that lane went so bad, so this move is pretty free. And now they're...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What was that for?
What? I have no clue. There was literally nothing happening.
Sumail catches him inside the coil, but Fate's Edict will help Nisha. And
Bet
he's
he
got the mana to get out.
wishes he had Global there.
Insania will probably die instead, though Yamich is actually going to die.
They got a kill.
First kill. Sumail, he'll get the 10th for Nigma Galaxy. And he actually doesn't have an orb or phase shift right now, but not like Nisha could do too much about that. Nigma Galaxy just swarm in. Outnumber Liquid.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the only reason Liquid got killed there is because GH is Global DR.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
We have seen some crazy throws in the history of Dota. Anything is possible.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yamich is going to farm up his Blink Dagger. Saberlight's trying to get to his pipe. Ghost is going to follow Sumail. The Global Silence, coil on 2. Beautiful stuff.
Oh,
Even
man.
if Insania was level 6, the Global Silence makes it so there was no possible way for him to save the Storm Spirit there.
That's what you're looking for with this Global. Prevent the Oracle save, all in a hero. Nisha had amp damage and Arcane Rune in his bottle. He was so strong right there. Gets to do nothing with it.
I bet it feels so good for Sumail. But both these teams are just like
Radiant's
not
bottom tower is under
at their level right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And so one of them puts together something confident, and the other doesn't do shit. Nisha,
Dire's middle
He tried to do something.
Got
They
the Roche.
got the Roshan. The second kill of the game for Liquid. It's Roche. I
So-
mean, they both.
I do remember a scrim we played against the old Liquid. It was Kuroki's Liquid.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And they
attack.
absolutely demolished us harder than I've ever been demolished in my life with a Kunkka mid. They had a mind control play the Kunkka mid.
Oh, no.
That's how bad we were.
Oh, no. Got the silence off on Nisha. False promise gets used, and immediately they get the grab onto the Shatter Shaman.
Ghost.
No shackles. Ghost almost dies. Ghost does die. Still working with this silence, though. Still locked in by the coil. Got off the Sunder, though. Saberlight gets the Sunder, hoping that will keep him alive so he can TP out, and it does. Liquid will ultimately lose 2 heroes for the 1, but seeing how down bad they were, I think a 2-for-1 trade is well worth it for Liquid.
Not if you lose V-Tune.
Can he enrage and then juke his way out of this? Because that's what he's gonna have
Looks
to. He can't run
unlikely.
down the lane. Okay.
Real bad. When you're down real bad is when you're just debating the fundamentals of life.
That's good.
Radiant
good.
are scanning.
So that's what Liquid's asking themselves.
Yeah, that's what Liquid's wondering in this game. How lane? How
Is
does
it
man
just
lane?
impossible to lane against Bloodseeker, guys? They might be right with the silencer. Ghost just ran in totally solo. Oh my god, I've never seen a man just grief so badly before.
Are they going to throw this game after all of this?
He just ran up into 5 heroes and died.
I mean, this old blood rage, it chunks you pretty fast.
Like, you know.
I like how he had no reaction to. Just like, yep. Yeah, that'll do it.
And Noob is still out here soloing a tier 2.
I mean, he's so farmed, dude. My god.
Got a Hex initiation onto the Bloodseeker, trying to kill him, but Nigma have already made the rotation, so
Yeah, this one will backfire.
this one will go real bad. Ghost was just giving him hope, you know?
I respect that. I mean, they were looking for the plays. Liquid.
Blocked down by the Gale Guard. All right. Roshan Aegis for the Bloodseeker so he can hit the high ground. Bloodseeker's just not a good tower hitter, though. Such a precarious hero. Insania, he's able to get there in time. Bails out V-Tune so he can TP away, costing him his own life.
I think any hero can hit high ground when you're in this position.
They got a tier 2 on Liquid.
Mega Ward did his job.
Mega Ward plus Terrorblade, but here comes the
Dire's
push.
middle tower is under
Drop the banner. Goes to start going to work. And Liquid are, I think they're giving this up. I think that, yeah, I think the plan from the get-go has been to give this up.
Dire's top barracks
Looking for Sumail.
Dire's structures
Oh, they almost had him.
Zip after him, but he has gotten away. And now, Yamich, okay, hit him with the Orchid. Shackles hold him back. GH is going to jump after. Okay, can kill the support. V-Tune. He's like tried to go in, didn't really manage to do too much. Jumped after GH. Maybe Ghost actually dies. Okay, he lost his Aegis. And Saberlight still has the Sunder. He's good for now. Zip in, Orchid onto the puck. Is Sumail going to die as well here? The Orchid pop, it's not quite enough damage. Nisha, silenced up, is able to finally zip away thanks to the Fortune's End. And there goes the Terrorblade with no Sunder. There goes V-Tune.
top barracks are under
Not able to get off the Enrage. Both the cores had ultimates up. Were not able to get them off. Unfortunately.
Dire's
Honestly, not a bad attempt. That fight was probably a lot closer than it should have been.
Yeah, well, nice.
They got the Aegis. It was a bit chaotic. Almost finished off that puck.
Dude, did you see that the Blood Rage was silencing Storm while he's BKB? Again, trying to jump Sumail. Sumail's just too quick for him. There goes the Fortune's End. Again, getting rid of the Blood Rage. That's going to help out quite a lot. Saberlight, nice tidal wave. That's going to push him back into play here. Managed to get the false promise off of Insania. He's still going to die. Saberlight still has his Sunder. Silenced up, has the Manta. Sunder. Oh, we got Lotus. What a Lotus from Noob. It could have maybe gotten 1 kill if that Thunder had actually gone off before the Lotus. Nigma with the second high ground push of the game. Watch out for those tidal waves. Noob's gonna catch you if you're not careful, Saberlight. He just hit the buildings and wait for Liquid to do something.
Yeah, do it with the Kunkka. No easy target to go on here.
Wearing him down a little bit. There goes that tidal wave into the silence. Immediately a Manta goes out from Saberlight. V2 sitting on the side, waiting for his opportunity to blink in and go after that Kunkka. How are they struggling to put damage on him? And Ursa can't do anything to the Kunkka.
Way too tanky.
Saberlight. Just run down. Ghost is just going to mow them all down one by one. He's just running after heroes inside of their base.
Just call it.
Please. Please do.
It's just a beatdown. Accept it. How did he get a BKB? Actually impressive.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
They're going in. BKB
All
Shaman.
in. He's out.
Oh no. Run away.
There is no running. There is only death. GG is called. And thank God we get to see a game 3 between Liquid and Nigma Galaxy. I know the fans were begging for a 3rd game of this kind of caliber. Just the greatest viewing experience. You'll see.
Will it be a beatdown? That's the big question here. Or is the 3rd game the game where both teams beat each other down?
They've got tons of utility and disable and team fight. Crazy team fight for Team Liquid. They can just put a couple spells down,
Sure.
then get global silence.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
Select your hero.
And they're going to do offlane Death Prophet probably, which is probably fine.
yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it.
Mid's going to be a fun little matchup. Storm Spirit versus Slordar. That is a battle to the death. Somebody's going to end up going down here. V-Tune ends up picking first blood on Noob.
Mysterious.
He was a little bit frightening. Boxy's here in mid. Does Boxy see Samel? Just ran right past him. Trying to secure the water rune for Nisha. Blood grenade, decay on 2. Oh, they both look to be in trouble. That is a tombstone that will be the death of both of them. What a Liquid rotation. Saberlight does get run down at top, but well worth the trade-off for Liquid.
Way bigger kill, shutting down this storm, snowballing your slaughter. You'll take that every time.
Yeah.
The tombstone becomes their tombstone. There'll be a vessel build-up for Saberlight. No drum. Kind of interesting. Insania walks straight into them, gets silenced, and is dead.
Malphus trying to hit him with the brambles there. Ooh, Boxy doesn't throw it quite far enough for that bottom bramble to land. Yeah, Yamich might need to start making some rotations soon. This mid tower might be under a bit of pressure. Level 5 Undying shows up the lane. Here comes Yamich TPing in. They're going to catch Insania. They go after Nisha with the ice shards. That's a little awkward. Tombstone does get laid out. They'll quickly address that one. Nisha's going to get some free time on Yamich here. Will be able to tear into him pretty nicely. Now, with the Rupture, though, he's in trouble. Trying to get Saberlight here. Might be able to bail him out with a black hole. Okay, he doesn't even need it. Samel had to jump back before the black hole landed. Urn gets placed onto him, chasing after him with the Eidolons. Is he going to die? Goes for the rune, picks it up. Has Fairy Fire, has Wand Charges, has an Illusion Rune. Think he's okay. Boxy almost got him on the bramble, but another zip from Samel. Meanwhile, Curse in from the side. Insania TPing away. Did he get back to the Fountain Hill in time? He does, barely.
They would... I mean, Nigma would really like to get this move into bottom, man. Kill this TA, kick her out, use this Exo.
Look at the setup that V2 has, though. Okay. He spotted. Sentry was there.
This is the biggest move in the early game for Nigma Galaxy.
They're going to be fighting into Tombstone, and level 6 is on both supports.
Oh, they were
Terrorize
so
on
ready.
2. No, a zip away from Samael, but the other two are hit by it. Now Samael caught in a brambles, hit by the crush, and gone.
What a read from Liquid. I mean, that is how you make a move. It's not always about running at the enemy. It's predicting what they have to do to break this game open and just set up for it. And you get an instant turnaround. Decay on 3, Tombstone dropped, lane to them with the amp. That fight's just over before. Like, you pick these cheesy lane combos, and you either destroy the guy or you don't. And then if you don't, it feels really bad because there is a trade-off with this, right?
For sure, for sure.
They're two heroes with no stuns. They're kind of clunky around the map. Not a lot of initiation or playmaking. You're kind of in on this lane cheese domination. When you don't get it, the game slows down a lot. When you do get it, it just ends.
Low ground Tombstone. That's a nice little play from him, but it looks like he's still dead. Tries to survive as long as he can with Decay. Oh, it's not low ground. Thought it was.
Couldn't get down there. I mean, something for this Tusk. Yamish needs
Yamish dead?
as much as he can get in this game. And your Exo is back off cooldown. You have Global Silence.
Mid tower going to be taken by a Dark Willow.
Boxy putting in the work. Nisha has Blink Dagger, has Arcane Rune. You got to make sure you know where this starter is around the map, as the Blink also arrives for the V-Tune TA. So some early Blink Daggers for Liquid could get aggressive in this game.
Oh, immediately smoke up with them.
I like this. I sit back and farm when you can go slay and fight.
And I assume Storm Spirit is public enemy number 1 for Liquid?
I mean, honestly, any core, you burst them all so fast.
They're going to run a Yamish while heading to the Bloodseeker at top lane. Still caught him. Nisha, good read of the situation, just runs past Yamish, gets the blink in. Meanwhile, they get the jump onto GH at the same time. They're running down Yamish underneath the tier 2. It's going to be 3 kills in 2 different parts of the map from 1 smoke.
And we're starting to see a big difference in this lineup from that game too, in terms of playing into the global. These heroes do not care as much about it. Once you blink in and you're just hitting someone, TA and Slaughter don't really care if you global them for 4 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't make a difference, especially if the amp goes out. You're going to have the shard later anyway. The way you deal with these heroes is through items. You need armor items, Lotus, Shivas, AC, Ghost Scepters. If you fall behind, you can't get to these. You're screwed. They will find Insania again.
Yeah, they'll keep killing him as many times as they can, but he got off the Tombstone with the trap, slowing him down. They're not getting away from this. Not everybody, anyway. Noob's already dead, and Samael only has so much mana to work with. Nisha's going to try and run him down with a sprint. He has another sip, thanks to the Soul Ring. Ooh, right before Nisha could catch him.
I mean, Nisha knew he wasn't going to get that. He faked it. Hero. And she gets pretty beefy with the HP. You can take the 20 HP talent as well. Honestly, a pretty strong Crimson Buyer. One of the better ranged Crimson Buyers in the game, for sure.
Gonna bait out Saberlight, got the jump onto GH. Saberlight shows on the lane, and Liquid comes through with the smoke.
I don't know if Noob's going to make it out of this one. No TP available.
Yeah, he's
He is screwed.
That is almost V-Tune's Deso.
This is going to be the terrifying part of the game for Team Galaxy. Can you make it through these Aegis periods where Liquid can run around, play super aggressive, maybe start to build up Deso charges? You have to find pickoffs.
Trying to kill Nisha. Oh, but he has a shield rune. Did they see that he had a shield rune?
Really nice
God,
snowball.
now they're being pulled into the tier 1 tower. Not good. Samael has to use the rest of his mana to zip back to the other side of the river. They'll get Yamish out of this for sure. Back to chasing after, though. Saberlight has caught GH Malphus. 1 zombie,
Dude,
2
Insania
zombies
really
fall
wants
down.
this.
Insania ran behind the tier 2 tower. Got easily cleaned up there.
Did he bait Ghost, though? He did.
Did bait him in. Okay.
All worth it.
Very worth it. And straight to hit in the tier 2. V-Tune's got his Deso coming out. BKB going to be in pretty quickly at this rate for Nisha as well.
Just awkward timing with that global. You snowball dodge the terrorize, the globals goes out while your snowball doesn't really do anything.
This is going to be a rough little window here. Nigma Galaxy are going to try and fight for their outpost here. Yamish looping all the way around, running into V-Tune, trying to get the punch on him. Couldn't get it. Now trying to catch the ports. That also misses.
I think Liquid would take this if they had the Tombstone up. It's just coming up now. So they're going to force it with the cooldown coming back.
Crush onto Ghost. Yamish trying to protect him with snowballs, but V-Tune, he just jumps right after him. in a casual 2-shot of the Bloodseeker. Sumail can zip away. GH cannot. So Nisha's going to jump after him. 3-shot him.
Is under attack.
Punch, crush.
It's that when you find a bug, you don't tell anybody.
No, you keep that. You hold that secret very close to the chest.
You just use it until somebody calls you out.
Yep. It's only when like a former teammate like leaves your team, then you know the information's out there. Then you like
Yeah, you call him out on it.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's abusing that. Somebody
abusing.
stop him.
Somebody stop these monsters. Noob, half HP already. Does have a big ol' Lotus.
Oh my god, these pause timings, dude.
Because it's also their portrait. That
What the heck? That's creepy as hell.
There's that Curse Crown Bramble situation. Oh, he was waiting on the BKB. Nisha would have committed to kill Noob.
Saberlight commits.
Oh, wait, Saberlight jumped
What
inside
in
the
the
base, but he
fuck
didn't
was
get
that?
the silencer. I knew that Blink Dagger. I knew that Blink Dagger was going to do something like that. I knew it the moment he thought about Blink Dagger. I was like, brother, it ain't going to go right. It's not going to go the way you think it will. It never does. You have to just know thyself. Oh, what a crush, though, from Nisha. Bye-bye, Noob. Buy back immediately from Yamich. Trying to get here. Nisha is a little bit low, but the TP's just coming so slow. They don't really have any damage.
Oh, that's a brutal quote. I don't think I would have even been that brutal. So maybe my calling him El Saber soloed was...
That one was pretty... That one was pretty...
In my defense, he did get solo killed twice. In there.
Sumail popped his head out of the base. It didn't go so well. Meanwhile,
Didn't go much better for Ghost.
also did that, just in a different part of the map. Liquid found them both. Killed them both. And are now hitting the high ground.
3 stop series that was promised. Blessed up.
Chat, we are truly blessed.
I don't think I've ever cast a game where it went the distance and they were all stops.
Not like this bad of stomps, yeah.
Yeah.
Exorcism time. Insane's just going to run in. Create a little bit of space for the Templar Assassin to reset up. Now he's throwing the damage at Noob. Noob's dead. With Noob out of the way, there's not really much damage left. Saberlight's going to blink after Sumail. Hit him with the Malefice. Nisha tried to close the gap. Couldn't get there in time as zip away. Still hitting those tier 3s.
You just don't have dispels for the
Oh,
Yamich.
nice deny from Yamich.
Don't have the armor yet.
No. No dispels, no armor. No
Only
jam.
that Crimson Guard. Solar Crest arrives.
Dire structures.
Rough game for Enigma Galaxy. They try and hold on.
Ghost just pushes down the top lane. They are not contesting this bottom situation. GH, bye.
Yeah, stepped up a little far there. Desto charges for V-Tune continue to increase. Liquid got what they came for. Black Hole is available as well. I mean, to be fair,
Broke boys.
Yamich is also pretty broke here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's walking around with phase boots at 30 minutes. The man doesn't exist.
Just saying, he bought a point booster at least.
That's not a good sign.
There's no way he gets to an Aghanim Scepter. Unless something horrifically goes on. Blink in Exorcism. Noob. He chases after and does manage to hit a decent silence. Sumail, he's not sure what to hit right now. Goes after Insania, thinks better of it. Now he's out of mana and will be sandwiched between Nisha and V-Tune.
I think this is all she wrote for this one, Austin.
Thank God.
Yeah, what was this series, man? This was
Mass
wild
buybacks.
in all the worst ways.
Saberlight still has his black hole. Time to let it go.
Now he's just going to hold it.
Maybe in the fountain.
That's it.
GG.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst series of Dota 2 you have ever watched.
oh, that's got to be up there. I mean, 3 extremely one-sided games where it felt like it was over at the 5 or 6 minute mark and just dragged out for another 30. We all knew what was happening. There was very little comeback potential.
It's just crazy. It was just like all the games
stuff.
were like felt like they were determined by minute like 5.
Yeah, the laning was just very one-sided. This game, the laning wasn't that severe, but